Today we are going to talk about 4 types of customers on the phone and how to handle them. Hi there Ninja, welcome back to my channel. This is Rhea once again and you're still watching Call Center Ninja. I share real stories and tips to help you begin, enjoy, and survive your call center lifestyle. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing by clicking the red subscribe button down below or tap the bell for notifications. You know the drill. And thank you so much if you have already subscribed. When you start taking calls, you will receive different types of customers over the phone. Obviously, some of them are very remarkable and some of them are very forgettable. So you will have to know how to handle each one of them. But since you won't remember each personality traits, then I am going to share with you the 4 types of customers that you will usually get on the phone. And not just that, we will also talk about how to handle those different types of customers. The first type of customer is Mr. Know-It-All. Mr. Know-It-All obviously knows it all, or maybe pretends to know it all, or assumes and believes he knows it all. At times, this customer may come off as arrogant or a little conceited, but remember to stay professional. The challenge is to maintain your composure and show the customer that you are both on the same page and that you also understand what he is talking about. Mr. K, when I checked your account, I noticed that there was no payment made before the cutoff time, which was why a fee was charged. The best way to resolve...
No. I know for sure I made a payment before 4 p.m. last Wednesday. So how is that possible? That can't happen.
We appreciate you making a payment, sir. However, the cutoff time for payments is on or before 3 p.m. and the payment was made at 3:37 p.m.
What? The cutoff time is 4 p.m. I know the cutoff time is 4 p.m. You shouldn't be charging me at all.
May I know where you found out that the cutoff is 4 p.m. so that I can also check it?
I just remembered it.
I see. I understand that these fees are costly, Mr. K, but the cutoff has always been 3 p.m. I just also want to make sure that you have the correct information from now on. So for this type of customer, of course, depending on which type of account you're in, your resolution will differ from one situation to another. But here are some basic tips on how to handle Mr. Know-It-All. First, you have to double check and confirm whether he really is providing the right or accurate information, because you would also want to make sure that you are the subject matter expert in this case, and that if ever he is really giving the right information, then at least you are on the same page. But number 2, if Mr. Know-It-All is just trying to get away from it and just giving you false information, then you know for yourself that you have to be firm with whatever you are explaining to him, but do not be sarcastic. Just say it politely, even though you have to repeat yourself. And number 3, and very important, be patient. If you're explaining something to the customer and the customer still doesn't understand or doesn't believe you, then maybe it's time for you to rephrase or reword your statements, your phrases, or your sentences. Because if you're using the same statements over and over again to that same customer and the customer still doesn't understand, then you will just be going around in circles and the call will never end. So vary your statements or your sentences even though they just mean the same. Customer number 2 is Miss I have all the time in the world, let's chit chat. In other words, Miss Talkative. This type of customer has all the time at her disposal. She is apparently not in a hurry and loves to talk a lot. She's not afraid to share personal experiences, and this might result to a longer call than usual. This type of customer is usually jolly, friendly, and overly energetic. How can I assist you with your concern today?
Oh, hi. My family and I are leaving for Disney World in a week, and I just want to make sure I have all the rewards points credited to my Disney credit card account. My kids are very excited to go, and I know I can certainly save money with all the rewards they got within the past years. We all can't wait to travel, and I just want to make sure everything's in order before we leave. Is that something you can check for me, honey?
Yes, of course, I can check your rewards for you. That's exciting that you're all going to Disney World. I'm sure that's going to be so much fun.
Yes, definitely. We've planned it for so long, and I don't want to miss the chance while the kids are in the right enough age to experience Disney. I'm going to be using all my rewards points.
Great to know that. I do see you have accumulated so much already. You mentioned you want to use all of them?
Yes, that's right. I want everything redeemed.
Alright, I have already redeemed all the rewards points for you. The points are ready for use immediately.
Wow, you're such an angel. Thank you so much for helping me, and I can't wait to have our vacation at Disney World. It's gonna be a once in a lifetime experience for us, and we're making all the preparations now.
I can see how excited you are. Who wouldn't be? Anyway, it's my pleasure to help you today, Miss Jacobs. Have an awesome trip! To handle Miss I have all the time in the world, let's chit chat. First, you have to listen to what she is saying and try your best or do your best to sound enthusiastic and also excited, or also try to let her know that you are really listening and that you are mirroring her emotions in that case. The sample call, the customer is very excited to go to Disney World. So even though, let's just say you haven't been to Disney World, then do your best to sound more energetic and to sound lively for the customer, while at the same time bringing the conversation back to the original topic, because if you don't, then the customer might talk a lot and you will just be, you will just make the call longer. And lastly, respond accordingly. Like I mentioned in the call, the customer was excited to go to Disney World. So instead of using default responses like, okay, that's great, try to customize or personalize your statements by saying, oh, that's good. It's exciting that you're going to Disney World, and I can see how excited you are. So you are showing your customer that you're really listening because you're personalizing your responses to whatever the concern is or what the customer is telling you. And it's much better that way. Customer number 3 is Mr. One word is enough for a wise man. If there's a talkative customer, there's also a one-liner customer. It becomes challenging when you need to get more details and the responses are always short and terse. This type of customer is usually just silent but also detail-oriented. He will just listen to you and will likely correct you when you say something wrong. Hi, Mr. One. How are you doing today?
Good. I don't have so much time. I need to cancel my plan for $59.99.
I understand, sir. Yes, I do see here your plan for $60.
It's $59.99.
That's right. May I know the reason for cancellation?
I don't need it anymore.
Thank you. Let me process the request. For this type of customer, it's actually pretty simple. Number 1, just be direct to the point and no more chit-chats, no more unnecessary details. And number 2, be exact with your responses. You have to be detailed as well. Like in the example earlier, the agent mentioned $60. She kind of rounded it off to $60, but the customer corrected her and customer said it's $59.99. Customer number 4 is Miss Go with the Flow. Some customers will tell you what they want, others will just let you decide, such as Miss Go with the Flow. This type of customer will tell you the situation, but usually just lets you do what needs to be done. This customer is usually soft-spoken, friendly, and kind. Therefore, probably the easiest customer to handle.
Hi, I'm calling because my credit card is already torn and broken. I know it's not expired yet, but it's not working anymore.
I understand that it is inconvenient, Miss Go, but don't worry, I can replace the damaged card for you.
Thank you. Is there a fee?
Oh, it's just free of charge.
Oh wow, thank you so
The
much.
new card will be delivered in 5 business days and your card number and PIN will remain the same.
Okay, thank you.
Have I addressed all your concerns?
You sure did. Thank you.
So as mentioned earlier, this type of customer is probably the easiest customer to handle because she just goes with the flow, she just follows whatever you tell her. Then it's easier because you can actually take control of the call as much as you like. Make it longer, make it shorter. It's up to you, whatever works for your benefit. So in this case, just make sure you're soft-spoken and you sound friendly, and you also talk a little bit slower if that is the pace of the customer, and talk a little bit faster if that's what the pace of the customer is. So just try to adjust to the customer's pace, and it's going to be the easiest conversation you will have. You noticed I did not include the irate customer because I already have one whole video about that. Put in a card up there or link down below so that you can check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. And that's about it for this video. I hope you've learned something about the different types of customers that you will usually get on the phone. I'm pretty sure there are a lot, but of course I'm not going to fit it in one video if I will include everything. So if you like this content, please don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Topic suggestions, comments, ideas, comment down below. I'll see you again on my next videos every Wednesdays and Fridays. Talk to you soon. Take care and goodbye.